Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise to get you the insight you need and fast. Okay, picture this. It's 2 p.m., you're deep in an agile sprint, and boom, a critical showstopper design issue just lands on your plate. Your daily stand-up is still hours away. What's the move? Today, we're diving into that exact crisis. We're drawing our insights from a deep dive into project management for project managers by Orlando Casabone to figure out the truly agile response when things go wrong outside of those formal meetings.
In that scenario, that's really the crucible of Agile practice, isn't it? The core idea is that Agile values demand immediate adaptation. But our habits, our institutional habits, they often pull us the other way. So the goal here is to isolate which of those knee-jerk responses are actually anti-Agile and just create delays that can derail a project.
Okay, let's unpack this because I think we've all been there wanting to follow a procedure just to, cover ourselves. So if a key function is broken mid-afternoon, what are the big pitfalls? What are those structural mistakes we all make?
Well, the problem isn't usually bad intentions. It's more like cultural inertia. The source material points to three actions that seem responsible on the surface, but they are fundamentally counterproductive. They just introduce latency.
Let's start with the big one, that instinct to just defer. I'm definitely guilty of wanting to shoot a quick email to the lead just to get it off my desk.
That's the first pitfall right there.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the lead or filtering the issue through the hierarchy.
Right.
It delays the immediate fix by adding this layer of administrative latency. Agile wants the person who finds the problem to own it, to get it solved quickly. Filtering it through a manager can turn a 15-minute fix into a 2-hour wait.
Which completely violates the principle of a sustainable pace. But hold on, what about the second pitfall? Because in a lot of companies, that need for a paper trail is intense. Why is thorough documentation flagged as a delay tactic?
It's a trade-off, really. It's not that documentation is bad, but Agile prioritizes working software over comprehensive reports. So if you spend 45 minutes writing a perfect detailed report about a critical bug before anyone even talks about the fix, you've just kept that problem alive for another 45 minutes.
You're prioritizing the paperwork over the solution.
Exactly. Rapid resolution is the goal, not pristine paperwork.
And the third one is probably the most common temptation, the one we've all seen, waiting for the next stand-up. That critical bug just sits there for, 18 hours so someone can announce it at 9 a.m. the next day?
An absolutely unnecessary delay. You've basically lost a whole day.
Yeah.
Stand-ups are for alignment, for status sharing, not for resolving a crisis that's happening now. Immediate action is always required when a major obstacle comes up. Scheduling can't trump momentum.
So we've ruled out the usual suspects hierarchy, lengthy reports, and just waiting around. If we skip all of that, what's the one thing we should do?
The single correct action is to immediately discuss the issue with your team.
Okay, so why the team? Why is that the immediate first step?
It's all about context saturation. Think about it. You bring the issue straight to the people who can actually fix it. You get real-time shared understanding. You're pulling in the collective brain power right when it's needed.
A swarm-style problem-solving effort.
Precisely. You find solutions faster, you build that shared context, and you maintain momentum. Agile teams thrive on fast, open communication, not on, deferred reporting.
So the final takeaway here is, when a crisis strikes between your check-ins, skip the report, skip the hierarchy, and just go straight to the collaborative fix. Speed and open discussion beat rigid scheduling every single time. If you want to dive deeper into optimizing your project flow, we highly recommend checking out the source material, Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabone. And here's a final thought for you to chew on. If immediate collaboration is the top priority, what existing formal communication methods in your current workflow might actually be causing hidden delays just because they demand perfect documentation or a sign-off from the top?